Hi there and welcome. I'm Proper D, and this video is about the new release In Death Unchained and the game's exciting addition of native bHaptic support. Here's a little teaser.
I don't wanna fight anymore. When I look around me, everything I had went up in flames. My lonely way. I never pray to God anymore. Everything I had went up in flames. My lonely way.
So, for those of you who don't know, In Death Unchained is a rogue-lite action game that revolves around the use of a bow or a crossbow. And now it's been revamped and renamed from In Death to In Death Unchained to signify the glorious addition of playing it natively and wirelessly on the Quest and Quest 2. I remember playing In Death years ago and absolutely loving it back then. And now the Quest update and the addition of the bHaptics native support have totally reinvigorated my want and need to play it. It was an awesome game before, and it very much still is. Even more so now, with the combo of the game and the haptics together, it pulls me in for hours. It's really incredibly absorbing and quite often a very intense game. Only to be made more immersive now with the addition of the bHaptics native embedded support. You know, the feedback that you get from your environmental experience is sometimes kind of crazy. I'll just list some of the haptic designs that you can expect in the game. So I think the most prominent haptic design that you're going to notice is the tension of the bow in your arms as you pull that drawstring as far back as it goes. The intensity of the shake actually gets more and more, to the point that you can actually see the shake of your arms in-game. You can even feel the whip of the drawstring as you release across your chest. And as for the throwing dagger and arrow teleport mechanic, you can actually feel the whoosh when you move through space. And then there are things like blocking projectiles with your shield, and the shield bash. Let me tell you, there's nothing quite as satisfying as shield bashing a monster to the ground and finishing him off execution style. And if you needed more of a reason to jump out of your skin when one of those ghoul things unexpectedly lunges at you, you can feel enemies hitting you and slashing you, the actual direction of the slash. As for interaction with the in-game items, you can feel yourself being healed when you pick up the healing item, and things like placing the arrows in the arrow slots. You can even feel the slightly more volatile and flatulent enemies explode beside you. For all the other nuances and little details in the haptic experience, I'll let you discover. So, just some quick instructionals. In order to set it all up, as it's natively supported, it's right there in the in-game menu. You simply turn all the devices on, pair it all up, and you're good to go. And you can adjust the intensity of the haptic feedback right here. For all you content creators out there interested in showing the bHaptic experience through their overlay as seen in the top left, they also have a method to do just that on the PC. What you're going to want to do is, instead of connecting the devices to the Quest or Quest 2 in-game in the Settings tab, you're going to want to head to your PC, install and run the bHaptics player, and pair the devices there instead. And once you have all the devices that you want paired to the PC, go back to the Quest 2 in-game and go to the cog setting button here and hit Start Streaming. This, in my opinion, is a very clever little workaround and vastly opens up the potential for those interested in creating content. Well, that's my quick video on the new game In Death Unchained and the bHaptics embedded native support. I hope you found it entertaining and useful as well. Please do consider liking and subscribing if you do, and as always, I'll see you in there.